alaikum, dear viewers, and welcome to our Learn Arabic show. Right, so in our today's session, we'll begin our class with a verse from the Quran. So if you open your Qurans to Surah 96, that is Surah Al-Alaq, verse number 15 and 16. So verse number 15 goes, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Kalla la illam yantahi lanasfa'am bin nasiyah. Then it goes nasiyatin kadhibatin khati'ah. Okay, so this is the verse, and of course the translation. Indeed, if he does not stop, we will seize him by the forehead. Bin nasiyah, by the forehead. Then it goes nasiyatin kadhibatin khati'ah, by the lying, sinful forehead. Okay. Now first we will try and look at the grammatical aspect of this verse. Of course we have looked at the translation. So kalla, also for indeed, you can say inna, you can say kalla. La illam, if he does not stop. La illam yantahi, if he does not stop, we will seize him. Lanasfa'am, we will seize him. Of course, this noon, of course, represents the, what you call, the present tense, because it's at the beginning, and of course it represents the present tense. Lanasfa'am, we will seize him, bin nasiyah, by the forehead. Okay, then it goes nasiyatin, and of course lam, I told you, it's also a form of a negation. And bi, remember we said that bi was among one of the harful jar. Okay, so if be comes before any word or any object, the object will carry a genitive case. So you notice it is bin nasiyati. Okay, of course while pronouncing it, when you stop, it's of course a ha sound at the end, bin nasiyah. But when you write it, the vowel here will carry a genitive case. Why? Because of the presence of be. Be is a harful jar. So if it comes before an object, or if it comes before a word, the word will carry a genitive case. So bin nasiyah. Then nasiyatin kadhibatin khati'ah. Now this verse was revealed for one of the most, there was a very oppressive ruler. During the time of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, there was a very oppressive tribe ruler, Abu Jahl. Now this verse was revealed to warn that oppressive tribe ruler Abu Jahl. So Allah warns him, and he says if he does not stop, we will seize him. Lam yantahi, if he does not stop. Yantahi, remember also in the tenses when we were doing the fi'lul mudari, so if I want to say he writes, I say yaktubu, meaning he writes. Okay, so he stops. If he doesn't stop, lam is for negation, not to stop. And yantahi is a tense. For example, and of course this he again refers to him. Okay? This he refers to him. Him, who him we are talking about? That oppressive ruler, Abu Jahl. Lam yantahi, if he does not stop. Okay, so yantahi, this is actually a fi'lul mudari. So I can give you a verse and I can tell you, okay, try and identify what is the fi'lul mudari here, or what pronoun will go with a certain tense. And of course, if it is fi'lul madhi, fi'lul mudari, fi'lul fi'lul nahyu, we have done command tense, prohibitive command, past tense, present tense. So what tense it is, right? So lam yantahi, if he does not stop. Lanasfa'am bin nasiyah. Now you notice that in the next verse it says by the lying, sinful forehead. The verse does not say by the lying, sinful Abu Jahl. The verse does not say by the lying, sinful man. The verse does not say by the lying, sinful human. The verse says by the lying, sinful forehead. The lying, sinful forehead. Now what does this mean? It means that all the voluntary actions, okay, you must be knowing this, you've learned this in school, all voluntary actions, those actions done under your will, What are they controlled by? The brain, right? The cerebrum, right? The frontal lobe. So this, all our voluntary actions are controlled by our frontal lobe. Same with lying. We lie willingly. Lying is an action that is voluntary. Okay, it is not an involuntary action. It's a voluntary action, and of course it is controlled by the frontal lobe of the brain. That's why Allah says, by the lying sinful forehead, not by the lying sinful human, or not by the lying sinful man. He emphasizes forehead. See, first he said لَنَسْفَعًا بِالنَّاصِيَةِ, one time forehead. Then again he emphasizes forehead. نَاصِيَةٍ كَاذِبَةٍ. كَاذِبَةٍ means lying. خاطئة. So he has emphasized the word forehead by repeating it in both verses. Here لم ينتهي لنسمع بالناصية. Then he goes on ناصية كاذبة خاطئة, to prove that all voluntary actions are controlled by the frontal lobe of the brain. So you notice, if you understand Arabic and if you try and ponder on the verses, the verse is trying to give us a message. It's trying to portray a message, because we lie willingly. Lying is not a reflex action. Lying is not something involuntary. It is totally and completely under the control of your will. So we will be heading to our topic for today. I hope you had tried to compose sentences using the Kana and her sisters that I had given you last time. Right. So last time we looked at Kana and her sisters. Now today we will be looking at Kana and her sisters, but in the present tense format. So we are still discussing Kana wa akhawatuha, meaning Kana and her sisters. Now last time those sisters that I had given you, they were in the past tense form. Now we will change that from Madi into Mudari, right? So in the past tense, we had Dhalla. I'm not going to write the meaning. Now you all know what Dhalla means. Okay. Then we had Ma Bariha. Ma bariha. Then we had ma anfakka. And then we had ma fatiya. Remember the fatiya, meaning to get. Then we have sara. Okay, so we will first change these sisters here from the past tense to the present tense. So we're changing this into fi'lul mudari. Right. So dhalla is past tense. So dhalla means shadow, right? So it will become yudhillu in the present tense. So dhalla becomes yudhillu, okay? Then ma bariha. Ma bariha becomes ma yabrahu. Now ma bariha meaning still, and of course this will be in the form of present tense. And then we will have ma anfaka will become ma yanfakka. Okay, then we have ma fatiya becomes ma yafti'u. And of course, then we have sara becomes yasiru. Okay, so these are this is how you will change the past tense into the present tense. So you notice there is a certain trend. What is the trend? In all of them, you notice there is addition of ya at the beginning. So we have ya, of course this is yudhillu, ya. Alright, so it's not a must that all of them start with ya, but most of them you notice they start with ya, and of course they can also carry a different sign. Now I'll have to rub this off and we'll finish off with the rest. So dhalla becomes yudhillu, ma bariha becomes ma yabrahu, ma anfakka becomes ma yanfakka. Of course we have added a ya. Ma fatiya becomes ma yafti'u. I hope you all have the meanings. Suara becomes yasiru. Then we have ma dama, and we have kana. So ma dama becomes ma yadumu, and kana becomes yakunu. So of course these were Kana and her sisters, so we had changed all this from the past tense into present tense. Now try your level best, try and compose sentences using the present tense. The present tense of course of Kana and her sisters, and inshallah in our next session we'll complete the rest of the sisters. Of course due to lack of time we cannot complete it today, but inshallah we'll complete it in our next session. I'll try giving you exercises as well. So wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thanks for listening and have a nice day.